Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Unstoppable Hackathon. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I know you have been here from all the different parts of India, and I'm truly honored to welcome you all today. So, first, let's start by introducing you to the founder of Aussie Stability Nexus Digital Alliance, Dr. Bruno Pelio. It is because of his vision that we are all here together and working in this space. Moving further, we have Alexander Chapelnori as well with us, the founder of the Aero platform. His support has also been amazing. And Subrat sir, he has been a personal mentor to me. He has taken care of the entire arrangements. He's the head of the CML the Center for Machine Learning and Big Data Analysis. And that is me. My name is Rajitendra Shah. I'm the organizer of this hackathon, along with Rahul Agpal, also the organizer of this hackathon. So, as you all know, this is a hackathon. It is, in fact, the first unstoppable hackathon. So, you guys are witnessing something that is truly, truly amazing. So, what is our mission? Our mission here is to build open source projects and work towards stability across the decentralized ecosystem. Over the next 33 hours, don't just build something fast. Build with the mindset of strengthening the open source contribution, strengthening the decentralized ecosystem. Think about long-term utility, reproducibility, and open source value. Your work here should not stop today. In fact, it should become something that is unstoppable. And most importantly, this hackathon is to support you guys. So you have access to mentors, you have access to talks, you have access to tasks, issues, and everything. So please talk, collaborate, and learn, engage with other people because learning is collaboration. There is no learning in competition, right? So we had over 2,500 registrations, and we were genuinely very, very overwhelmed with this. Out of this, we shortlisted 200 plus teams, and right now we will have almost 500 attendees. So please, big round of applause for yourself. We will have two talks today. First of them will be by Dr. Bruno Pelio, the founder of Aussie Stability Nexus and Digital Alliance, and followed by Alexander Chapelnori, the founder of Aero platform. Before the talks, I would like to discuss the prize pool that you guys are here for. It is almost 9,000 US dollars in prize pool. Thanks to our incredible partners, Aussie Stability Nexus, the Aero platform, the DJ Alliance, and the CML. It is because of them that together we had such a big pool of prize. Let's talk about this weekend. What are the rules? What are the security? What is the internet? I'm sure you guys have hundreds of questions. I've been answering them all since the morning. So let's have use this place to answer all of them together. So hacking officially begins now. Everything that you do, please raise your PRs now. Please start working on your projects now. This is the time that you can use it. Talking about rules and criteria, build clean, build fair, and build unstoppable. So teams may have up to 3 members each. The projects the projects needs to start working from now. So they need to start from scratch. Any pre-work, any existing work will not be counted for. If you find someone else doing something, please connect with us and we'll take care of it. Submissions are due on tomorrow, 10 a.m. And let's now move forward to security. All attendees must wear wristbands at all times. There's no entry without a wristband. So, and also only one wristband is issued to one person, so don't cut off or lose your wristbands. They are waterproof, so they should not have any problems with you. Do not leave your belongings unattended, and the LNMIT or the Unstoppable Hackathon team is not liable to any losses that may occur during the event. Also, please do not bring any food inside of the lecture halls. You can have them outside of the lecture halls. It is strictly prohibited due to college policies to eat food inside the lecture halls. Talking about the internet, please submit the internet access form that you guys received, and we will communicate the IDs to you shortly. Now the schedule and the communication. The schedule is in the handbook itself. I'm sure you guys know what the handbook is, right? So please refer to the handbook. It's the Bible for this hackathon. Entire schedule will be updated. If there is any changes in the schedule, they'll be updated first over here, then we'll announce them to you. So please follow them. All the official communication happens on Discord. So please join the Discord. And there are two important channels that you guys need to follow. First of them is the Hackathon announcements channel, and the second one is the Hackathon questions channel. And now let's discuss the venue and the food that you will be receiving. This is the entire venue. We are at level 0 right now. This is the hacking space and the main stage, as you can see. We also have an hacking space in LG17. The washrooms and the drinking water can be found over here. Moving on to level 1, we have the boys' resting room. And moving on to the level 2, we have the female resting room. So you guys will be separated and it will be all, we'll ensure all privacy. Talking about the food and meals, you will have access to the lunch today and the dinner today. And tomorrow we'll have brunch. So you guys will be well fed. If you're still hungry, we have college canteen over here where you can find snacks, food, any items that you might want. And there's also an in-campus restaurants where you can try out different food if you want. Also, take a selfie at the selfie booth, please. It's amazing, and we'd like to see all the posts that you guys will make on the Twitter, right? And now let's talk about the important part, which is the tracks and the judging. There are two important tracks. The first one is the innovation track, and the second one is the open contribution track. Talking about the innovation track, we want you to build new, build decentralized, and build for stability. Three things that you should remember nicely. There are almost, out of all the projects that we receive, 10 top teams will be selected on Sunday, and they will be asked to do their presentations live in front of everyone during the closing ceremony. And they'll also be awarded. And the number one team inside the innovation track will receive Spring of Code mentorship. Now let's talk about the open contribution track. We want real code, real issues, and real impact. A lot of you guys had questions like, what kind of PRs that we raise, what kind of problems that we solve. If you find any problem yourself, you are allowed to solve that. You can show us, you can talk to us, you can show whether this issue is real or not. We will tell you whether to work on it or not. Any PR that is raised tomorrow before the hackathon will not be counted for. Any work that is done before the hackathon will not be counted for. So your work should be done over here, right now, after this closing opening ceremony. Now how it works is that issues are of different categories. We have easy issues, we have medium issues, we have hard issues. Each of the issues and the work that you guys put in will be counted for, will be taken care of, and then we'll assign you points. Scoring. So each team will receive the scores based on the type of difficulty that you guys solve. And on basis of that, we will judge you. Now, this will be unfair for the single ones, right? So we have team normalization. So the scores will be divided by the number of people present in your team. So if you are a single person, you won't be fallen back compared to any teams that are participating in this track. This is to ensure fairness across everyone. So the rewards of the open contribution track are number one, gold medal. There are almost 3 teams or 3 individuals, depending on the team size, which will receive Spring of Code mentorship, followed by 3 teams that will receive silver medal, which will be of $210 each, followed by a bronze medal, which will be of $120 each. So now let's talk about Spring of Code. What is the Spring of Code? Each Spring of Code team will receive $1,500 in the stipend. And most importantly, mentorship from the community, so you can work across and build your projects further or contribute to the community further. The complete program timeline is again found in the handbook. This is still tentative, so it might update, but this is how it's going to work. Now I would like to request Dr. Bruno Pelio to give his talk. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Thank you all for coming. So briefly just... Hi everyone. Thank you everyone for coming. I will briefly just tell a little bit about the three... Sorry. What? Okay, yeah, I'll just tell you about the three organizations that I founded very quickly. So yeah, next slide. So yeah, the Australian Open Source Software Innovation and Education Association. I founded it in 2016 with the goal of being an umbrella organization for many projects with positive social impact. It's a not-for-profit charity association regulated by the ACNC, the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission. In recent years, it has experienced an amazing growth. So, for example, this year, in 2025, we got 22 slots in Google Summer of Code, and that's 1.6% of all slots that Google Summer of Code had this year. The JET Alliance, I founded it in 2022. It's basically the union of all JET-based stablecoins. So what is JET? JET is a stablecoin protocol researched and developed in 2020. The initial team had 5 people, me, Alexander Chepurnoy, and interestingly, considering that we are in India, another member of this 5-person team was from India, Amitabh Saxena. Sorry. And yeah, for example, one of the stablecoins that is based on this protocol is Sigma USD, the first JET-based stablecoin, and it was launched on Ergo back in 2021, and it has never lost the peg. And it's the first decentralized stablecoin launched on a UTXO blockchain. So finally, the Stability Nexus and the Stable Order. It's a bit complicated to define what these organizations are. So here are a few attempts, but so it's a bit of this, but it's not exactly this. If you all want, we can have a conversation about what these organizations are more precisely later. But it's a community for people interested in a more stable world. It's the location in semantic space for everything related to stability. It's the branch of all blockchain and crypto projects. It's an expansion of the JET Alliance beyond JET and beyond stablecoins. For example, one thing that the Stable Order has done recently is the Glue stablecoin protocol, another stablecoin protocol. And it's a team united by a code of honor that addresses the fundamental problems that cause instability in the world. Next one. So why unstoppability? We have kind of entered a dark age of moral decay in software development. So even, for example, the original open source philosophy is becoming a bit powerless due to software as a service. In Web 2.0, which started with slogans such as "Don't do evil." Nowadays, they have controlled all our data, and then they are doing evil with that data, right? Even crypto's original noble goal of greater economic stability, as a reaction to the global financial crisis in 2008, nowadays has degenerated into a wildly unstable casino of meme coins. And also Web3's narratives of ownership and empowerment have become a breeding ground for scams. So I believe that this decay occurs because we have been building software that is controllable by centralized entities, even in crypto, even in the blockchain space. And these entities, they end up acting in their own interest to the detriment of the greater good. And the cure for that is unstoppable, autonomous, immutable software that can never become evil. So why a hackathon and why a different kind of hackathon? So this hackathon was idealized by Raj, actually, but initially I was a bit reluctant to it because our organizations are very much collaborative and not much in favor of competition. And also the rules of this hackathon have emerged as a discussion between me, Raj, and Satak, and Rahul as well. So yeah, that's why this hackathon is a bit different. We're trying to create some interesting rules. So let's see how it goes. So please be patient with these rules. But also, I found out that actually to compete comes from the Latin, and it means to seek something together. So the original meaning of competition is actually collaboration, and not the current meaning of competition. So why India? Again, like the main reason is that Raj Shah is here, right, and he had this amazing motivation to create this workshop. But also, I think that it's also not a coincidence, right? Because for centuries, India has been a beacon of scientific, philosophical, and moral, religious enlightenment. And I believe it's not a coincidence that the missions of our organization have been resonating so strongly among Indians. So yeah, in the next hours, in the next slightly more than one day, let's strive together to enlighten the world by building technology that makes the world a better place and that cannot be stopped. And the biggest prize is doing something that matters, and that's what we're trying to provide to you. Thank you.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Alexander Chipurnoy. I'm a co-developer of Ergo platform since 2016, and before that used to be a co-developer of many other cryptocurrencies and distributed software systems engineer since 2000s. And then I discovered Bitcoin blockchain back in 2011, and from 2013 and blockchains development mostly. And yeah, how control it. Okay. All right, so my talk then will be focused on unstoppable finance, right? Blockchain wise and not only. So how to build unstoppable financial interactions, and following Bruno's ideas in more detailed way. What does unstoppable mean when we are going through technicalities? Next slide. So to me, unstoppable means peer-to-peer interactions mostly, right? So when there is no any central party which is controlling interactions, when we interact in a peer-to-peer fashion, then it's unstoppable, right? It's so, and next slide. And then, yeah, let's go to history of peer-to-peer networks and why true peer-to-peer interactions means unstoppability. It's easier to see from the very first peer-to-peer network. So they were about file sharing. I don't know, maybe there are some old enough people here who witnessed Napster. So it was the first file sharing service over the internet back in 1998, something like that. In Napster, you shared files from your computer in peer-to-peer fashion with other computers over the internet, but centralized indexing servers, right? And because of that, the service was shut down pretty quickly, even back then. So it existed for some months, maybe a couple of years at most, and then yeah, it got shut down. But the ideas seeded around, so people started to work on peer-to-peer networks without centralized servers, right? And then we got a plethora of next generation peer-to-peer systems now without centralized servers. First truly peer-to-peer flat networks like Idanki, Kaza, they were not so efficient maybe, and then some more kind of hybrid architectures actually won our the long period of time. such systems as BitTorrent, you probably know, right? So that they're still around and quite popular. And so that's how unstoppable peer-to-peer networks win, right? You can see, well, Napster, just very few people know about this service, but BitTorrent and other unstoppable services are, well, known everywhere. And so then Bitcoin, right? So how I discovered Bitcoin, I used to be a distributed systems engineer back in 2011, and I also was enthusiastic about peer-to-peer networks. So I did study different designs, different networks, and so on, and somehow discovered Bitcoin, so peer-to-peer network generating money without central banks. So that was quite crazy to me. So I started to learn design, and Bitcoin white paper is not talking about decentralization or whatever decentralized. So you can find on the peer-to-peer term there, even in the title, right? So it's peer-to-peer cash system by the white paper's title. And from that, I think in the modern world, digital world, where we have now DeFi, Web3, and so on, so on, so on. Right, we need to inject those peer-to-peer principles of building unstoppable networks everywhere. Right, from bottom level, from hardware networks such as mesh networks, which are quite useful, in the remote places, in places with limited access to electricity, right? They shown to be quite useful. And software-based peer-to-peer networks to DeFi, right? So even when we are talking about so-called decentralized finance, often it is about some monolithic contract with freeze button, with admin keys, and so on. So it's not unstoppable finance by definition. And also, well, it doesn't make sense to work through such contract in many cases, right? And often such design decisions done only to issue some tokens and then sell them. So purely out of greed. So instead, it's worth to explore peer-to-peer finance. Right, so when you interact financially with another person without having even controllable smart contracts, right? And then going to the basics, right, of systems like Bitcoin and even further to money creation. So money creation also should be done in peer-to-peer fashion, right? Maybe it's not so technical topic, but yeah, well, but also quite technical because now we have a lot of networks like DeepIn, where tokens are created according to some schedule, and participants in networks rewarded for activities like file sharing and so on, so-called DP networks. But economically, it's working quite bad usually. And I believe instead you should have peer-to-peer issues of tokens, right, according to the services provided. All right, now let's go to Ergo. So the project I'm working on for 9 years, 10 actually, almost 10. And it's a community project, so we are not using even terms like mentioned founder and so on. So we didn't have any fundraising, any VC capital and so on. So it's truly community based, so everyone is welcome to build. I've submitted a lot of issues to the hackathon tasks. I will check how it's shown on Discord server just after I will jump on the Discord server. So I would be happy to help with explaining issues and help with technicalities and so on. So feel free to reach me for that. I would be happy to help the hackathon teams. Oh, before. Ergo is in the first place classic performer cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, but also it has a lot of things done differently and developed from scratch. For example, there is support for light clients for many aspects of cryptocurrency clients to extend peer-to-peer networks around the core protocol as far as possible, right? To bring them even into areas with very limited internet, for example. Then there is UTXO model like in Bitcoin, but with extended power to build peer-to-peer financial tools and off-chain protocols like off-chain cash for unstoppable financial interactions. Next, please. We have quite a big ecosystem already. So standard DeFi stablecoins like Sigma USD, Jet-based, other stablecoins. Gluon, for example. Gluon Gold also deployed on Ergo. We have recently another stable coin based on DEXI protocol, and so on. We have decentralized exchanges and so on. We have quite unique peer-to-peer financial tools, such as bonds, where only issuer, borrower, and lender cooperate without any smart contract, centralized smart contract. And we already have some off-chain peer-to-peer cash tools for human-to-human interactions, as well as machine-to-machine or human-to-machine. So, for example, AI agents can use off-chain cash with possibility to create credits even. So to create new money, but also with having reserves when needed on the Ergo blockchain. Next. There are a lot of ideas of what you can build on top of Ergo blockchain. So some submitted to the list of hackathon ideas, but you can explore more around the community or by talking with us. So let's build unstoppable tech together from core level to products. Join us, join our community to build. Here you can find some links, and thank you for your attention.
And thank you so much, Bruno Pelio and Alexander Chotanoi. Your words were amazing. And finally, before we end, take your time, do your work, and have fun. Happy hacking. Come on, cheers!